Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Monday Lunchtime Digest. Just me today. My name is Hayley Twyman-Brack, and I'm the Director of Education Outreach at the Oklahoma Counseling Institute. Micah won't be joining us this week. He'll hopefully be back next Monday. Let's get started. There are lots of awesome things going on at the Oklahoma Counseling Institute these next couple of months. So we have many awesome live trainings coming to you in the next few weeks. So first of all, on November 2nd, we're happy to welcome back our good friend Tiffany Dilworth. Tiffany will be doing a 3-hour live webinar on working with immigrants experiencing grief. In the afternoon, I'm happy to welcome Dr. Julie Colzett. So Dr. Julie Colzett is a clinical psychologist out of New York, and she'll be doing a 3-hour presentation on working with insomnia and treatment. So 2 awesome trainings. If you have any questions about those trainings, you can visit thecounselinginstitute.org. We have those packages up and ready to sign up. If you have any questions about signing up, or if you'd like to learn more about becoming a member, you can send us an email, hello@edmondcounseling.com, or send us a text, 405-440-3034. As always, our members get lots of perks. And so if you are a member of the Oklahoma Counseling Institute, not only do you save 40% on all on-demand courses, you also receive a significant discount on all of our all of our live courses too. That being said, right now we have early bird sign up available for the Summer Super Summit. The Summer Super Summit will take place May 15th and 16th of 2025. And so if you are interested in signing up and saving a lot of money on registration, you can do so now. For example, non-members, if they were to sign up for the Summer Super Summit, it will be $290. But right now, members can sign up for 14 hours of continuing education credit for only $199. And so if you're interested in signing up for the Summer Super Summit, you can do so now. Again, go to thecounselinginstitute.org. On top of the Summer Super Summit and our live trainings coming up in November, we also have lots of trainings coming up for our Winter Workshop Weekend. So our annual Winter Workshop Weekend will take place Thursday, December 5th, Friday, December 6th, and Saturday, December 7th. And in those 3 days, we are going to be offering 18 hours of continuing education credit. So we'll have lots of strength-based continuing education, general continuing education, ethics, supervision. And so if you are an LCSW and you need those last-minute CEUs, you can get all 16 plus hours of your continuing education training in those 3 days. Or if you are an LMFT, again, we'll be offering that 18 hours of continuing education, and we'll be happy to have you. Or if you don't have to get your continuing education credits turned in until June, you just want to get jump start on your training, we're happy to welcome the LPCs and LADCs as well. If you have any questions, again, go to counselinginstitute.org, but all of our trainings are available to register now. And so that's what's going on in the world of the Oklahoma Counseling Institute. Let's talk for a minute about the world of mental health. And so U.S. News had a report. This report was based on a nationwide survey of United States adults. And according to the survey, which was facilitated by the Ohio State University, the survey found that 1 in 4 U.S. adults think that they have ADHD. Now, that's interesting because according to the research that's readily available, there's only an estimated 4.4% of U.S. adults who have ADHD. And so there's many reasons why there might be that discrepancy there between the estimated number of folks who have ADHD versus those who think they have ADHD. Now, one of those is that there have been an increase in ADHD diagnosis among adults in the last few years, especially since COVID. And so since 2020, there's been a big increase in U.S. adults being diagnosed with ADHD, but also the researchers posited that it could be potentially social media that is having an influence on whether or not folks think they have ADHD. And so as we know, there are lots of symptoms that are associated with ADHD, whether that is hyperactivity, difficulty concentrating, racing thoughts. And so if folks are seeing folks on social media who state that they have ADHD and they're talking about their symptoms, well, it could be easy for us if we have any of those symptoms to also believe we might have symptoms of ADHD. But the biggest problem with that is there are many different disorders or clinical diagnoses that have similar symptoms to ADHD. I remember being in undergrad and learning about the similarities in the diagnoses between trauma, PTSD, ADHD, and anxiety. And if you think about those diagnoses, of course, we know as clinicians that difficulty concentrating is a common factor, disrupted mood, impulse control, feeling jittery, feeling restless. there's a lot of shared symptoms. And so if somebody is seeing social media or seeing somebody talk about ADHD on social media, and like, oh, I have many symptoms that are similar to that. Maybe I have ADHD. Well, it could be that they have ADHD. It could also be that they might meet criteria for another diagnosis instead that is leading to symptoms of ADHD. And so what was interesting about the study too is that even though 1 in 4 adults or 25% of US adults believed that they had ADHD, only 13% of those folks actually shared those concerns with the doctor. And so the biggest thing that was highlighted in that study is if adult believes they might have symptoms of ADHD, but they're not sure, to go ahead and reach out to their medical provider, their healthcare provider, or a therapist to see, do I actually meet criteria for this ADHD? And not to just rely on what we can find online to treat it. Because there's lots of different interventions for ADHD, but also it could be that their symptoms are related to something completely different, and that needs to be treated instead. And so very interesting research there. Again, that was from US News based on a nationwide survey provided by the Ohio State University. And so now that we've talked about the world of OCI and the world of mental health, let's have some fun. So this week's winner of a $10 gift card is Cassidy Hornig. Cassidy, I don't know what gift card Micah has in store for you, but he'll be sure to get that in the mail. We'll send you a message on Facebook to get your address. But thank you so much for participating last week. If you would like to be like Cassidy and be entered into a chance to win, or if you want a chance to win next week's drawing, you can do one or all three of three things. You can like this post, you can share this post, or you can comment. Every time you do one of those three things, not only do you get entered into a chance to win next week's gift card, but you also help us grow. You help us to feed the algorithm so more folks can see posts like this. And so if you would like to be like Cassidy, I'd like you to answer this week's question. So this week's question is, what was your favorite Halloween costume? So this could be as a kid or as an adult. That's okay too. I know lots of us adults like to dress up as well. But tell me in the comments, what was your favorite Halloween costume? I know mine in particular, I made this in middle school. We had a create your own costume day and I won. I won this contest. I was very proud of it. I took a big black raincoat and I put two eyeballs right here on the hood. I made a big yellow beak. I had a white tummy and I wore gloves and I was a giant penguin. And so I made my own penguin costume. I'm still proud of that costume to this day because it really didn't take that much work, but it was an effective costume that was comfy. And so that was probably my favorite Halloween costume that I have worn. But tell me in the comments. And again, every time you comment, like, or share, you get entered into a chance to win. But thank you all so much for joining us this week. We hope to see you and Micah next week. Have a good rest of your week.